Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name's Kritter XD. It's been long enough. I just got back from a trivia night. I think I'm finally ready to watch the House of the Dragon trailer. Am I skeptical? Yes. I loved the Game of Thrones show until the 8th season. I even enjoyed season 7, if I'm honest. I've read all the books. I've read Fire and Blood. I'm a fan of this book series. And I was really excited about this show, especially because Matt Smith is in it, until I saw that article recently saying they're not going to shy away from the sexual violence that would be prevalent during that time, when that time is literally a fantasy time. I think, depending on how this trailer goes, I'm going to give it a chance and see how it goes, but I am skeptical, so hopefully this trailer gets me really hyped. There's a lot of awesome new fantasy stuff coming out now, so I don't have to watch House of the Dragon. Would I like to? Yes, assuming it's good and doesn't have gratuitous sexual violence, but I don't have to. Not to get my fantasy kicks. Not anymore. So after I recorded this, I got the news that they said that they're not actually even going to have sexual violence in the show. They only have an instance of sexual violence that occurs off the screen, and they're planning to show how it impacts the victim and the assailant's mother for some reason. So I'm a lot more hopeful about this show since they're not going to do the gratuitous sexual violence thing, kind of like Game of Thrones did, and I'm just a little bit more hyped now with this news. Let's get into it. Okay, let's go. I love that throne. It looks good.
It was clearer than a memory. And I heard the sound of thundering hooves. Splintering shields and ringing swords.
Targaryen sigil?
My heir up on the Iron Throne.
See, it's supposed to hurt to sit on it. Ugh, I want all the dragons.
I consider the matter urgent. That of your succession.
The Iron Throne is the most dangerous seat in
So many blondies.
and our line is vulnerable, too easily ended.
Well, who else would have a claim? The firstborn child.
Ooh, he looks good. Oh god, the wigs though. Ugh.
Daemon Targaryen.
I will not be made to choose between my brother and my daughter.
I think Matt Smith's gonna kill it though. Ooh, he's pretty.
Rhaenyra's succession will be challenged. Knives will come out.
Ooh.
You are the king. Your first duty is to take a new wife.
I have decided to name a new heir. I'm your heir. War is afoot.
Matt Smith can pull off
Never
blonde.
accept me as their queen.
The lords of the realm bend the knee.
A woman would not inherit the Iron Throne, because that is the order of things.
When I'm queen, I will create a new order.
Okay, little Daenerys vibes.
Your family has dragons. They are a power men should never have trifled with.
Targaryens are closer to gods than to men.
Okay.
If Rhaenyra comes into power, she can cut off any challenge to her succession.
I am to inherit the Iron Throne. She will block my way.
Our hearts remain as one.
Our hearts were never one.
Have you never imagined yourself on the Iron Throne?
Okay, lots of drama, lots of politics, lots of fighting, lots of dragons.
They see you as you are.
I mean, it looks visually good. It looks good. Matt Smith, the Dragon Tamer? I mean, I can get behind that. I never thought I'd say this, but we've got a girl and we've got a guy vying for the Iron Throne. Part of me is gonna cheer for Matt Smith because Doctor Who. Obviously, the other part of me is gonna want to cheer for the girl, though, because the moment I heard it's not the way of things that women will be on the Iron Throne, I got a little mad about it. So, team girl. But then we've apparently got another contender. I feel like she has no chance, though, because she's not blonde. And this is all about the Targaryens, am I right? I don't know who this is. I need to consult the IMDb because there is so much that I don't know. I didn't read the short stories, right? There are a couple short stories that this came from. I did read Fire and Blood, but it's been a minute and it was a lot of names, so I'd have to like really think about it. Although I'm sure if this is at all reminiscent of that, I'll pick up on the stories once they get started. I think that's a Baratheon, right? They were a stag? I actually don't know if all the main houses are going to be in this, but I feel like if I'm remembering right, the Baratheons were the stag, so that could be interesting. Gonna be honest, original Game of Thrones could have used even more dragons, and the fact that this has literally got dragon in the title makes me a little more excited. You know what I didn't think while I was watching that preview? You know what this needs more of for the sake of realism? Sexual violence. So I guess we'll see where they sprinkle that in for the sake of realism, or if that was just a misguided PR move to make people think that this is still going to be a lot like the original Game of Thrones. As I said, I was really excited whenever I saw that Matt Smith was one of the main characters in this show, and seeing him in that role, I think he's going to be incredibly dynamic. Just a guess. I am going to give this show a chance, but I am not afraid to drop it like it's hot if it ends up being a cringe fest, or if it ends up throwing sexual violence in it for sexual violence's sake, because there is no such thing as realism in a fantasy world. I guess on the bright side, hashtag girl power, right? Maybe we'll get a girl on the Iron Throne, since Daenerys was robbed of it so cruelly in Season 8 without any real established justification. And don't at me, it's true. They really rushed her going crazy when before she was a woman of the people through and through. I keep trying to put a positive spin on this because I like being positive, but I'm just a little tilted about that sexual violence thing. We'll see though, we'll see. Maybe my anger is misguided. Before I leave, I want to say thank you so much to my generous patrons. Your support is incredibly motivating. I say that all the time, and I absolutely mean it. The list of those incredibly generous individuals is in the description of this video, and if you want to join them, feel free to do so. Become a member on YouTube or become a patron on Patreon. Thank you for stopping by. As always, if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Hit the share if you want. Hit the bell for notifications. Put a comment on the video if you have thoughts, and come back next time.